What's going on, Dixie dog? Sorry, girl, you don't get to come on this camping trip. So, hey guys, we're finally making that camping trip that I've been planning forever. And it turns out that we've decided, since the wife and the kiddos are going, they wanted to take this Polaris General with us. So we're gonna take that. Got the camping gear loaded on the back of the trailer. I was really kind of paranoid because I was wondering how we were gonna get 5 people plus all of our gear in the back of this little Wrangler. But I mean, as you can see, I've already got just a cooler, you know, and a kind of a game to play, and a little tool set, and there's not a ton of space left. We're going to end up putting our bags of clothes and things in here, and maybe some sleeping bags and stuff. But you know, I was wondering how we were going to get everything in there, so I'm kind of happy that we decided to take the trailer. That gives me more room. But gonna be a load. I mean, there's 5 of us going, probably gonna be somewhere around 800 pounds worth of people plus some gear in the Jeep, and I figure this trailer's probably around 2,200 pounds as it sits right here right now. So we're gonna be maxing out the Wrangler, but we'll see how it does. You know, so far the JL's been very impressive with its power. So and the fuel economy hasn't been bad, so it'll be interesting to see. This is a 4-hour highway trip we're going on, and it'll be really interesting to see what kind of gas mileage we get towing all this stuff and all these people. So got to finish up loading up some things, and poor Dixie, she'll have to stay here this time because we're just out of space. So I'll get my parents or somebody to come give her some dog bones and food tomorrow. All right guys, I got to get back to it. Man, this weather is beautiful. It's like 72. It was 48 this morning, almost a record low. It's never this cool in June, and the weather is going to be awesome like this all week. That's why we decided to go ahead and make this camping trip, even though it's summertime, almost summertime. Usually we don't like to camp when it's super hot. I hate sitting out there in the woods when it's sticky and humid, but man, we got a really fortunate week of weather here, so this should be fun. And I'm running off the road.
Don't run off the road. We're not even off-roading yet.
There we go.
I couldn't do it. I got the 3 of them. I actually got them. I actually got halfway grins out of everybody. Woo! Mommy's happy camper.
Hopefully
Literally.
This poor Jeep survives. .8. That's not the MPG that I expected on this trip, but oh man, we had to stretch our legs. Yeah, it's struggling a little bit, but it's doing okay. Looks like a butterfly committed suicide though. 12 miles to the gallon. Yeah, I expected a little better out of it, but we do have a pretty good load on here. All the bugs. There's so many bugs that won't even focus.
Of course it's hot.
Hey, of course it's gonna rain now.
This Jeep is crazy. We talked about this once. Is that
Because we got to put a tent up,
we gotta put 4 tents up.
so the rain has to go away. More chocolate. That's good, thanks. Turkey Bay. Woohoo! Well guys, we finally made it. This is Turkey Bay off-highway vehicle area and the Land Between the Lakes National Recreation Area. This is actually the camping spots over here. We got set up and it's beautiful out here. It rained a little bit, but then it stopped, thankfully. Nice place down here. This is definitely one of my favorite, if not my favorite place to camp and ride and four-wheel that I've ever been to. You're not sweating already, are you?
Oh my God, it's dripping.
So I was using the power inverter to blow up the air mattresses. The cool thing about the Gladiator is it's going to have all that built in, so I won't have to do this. But hey, the JL did pretty well. We got 11 to 12 miles per gallon, which was worse than I expected, but it pulled the trailer just fine. It actually handled pretty well. Didn't have any issues getting down here. So got our trailer unloaded and hooked everything to a tree, so hopefully it'll still be there when we get back. And now we're gonna head out and maybe do a little bit of trail riding now, finally. But if you guys haven't been to Turkey Bay down here at LBL in western Kentucky, you've got to come. These camping areas are just beautiful, and wait till you see the trails. They're awesome too. Just swallow a bug? What are you guys up to?
He's slow.
Yeah, he is, isn't he? You got plenty of firewood? Fishing poles? Man, what a pretty area.
Oh, you missed it!
He's hitting the bug spray already. A little bit narrow in here.
Just a little bit. Ooh. We haven't even started yet. Isn't it pretty?
Have a tree in the way, but
Big tree.
yeah, huge tree. AJ's got it for us.
Well, maybe.
Maybe.
Okay. It's probably too green to break. This is your child, by the way.
I heard it crack. There it goes.
You got it. Tuck it in. There you go.
All right.
He might come in.
Let's keep going. We never did go up those.
Oh, you did used to take me up those.
I think I did go up that in the Ranger once.
Yes, you did.
But that was a long
That
time
was
ago.
when you first took me.
There's a
You were
blue
trying to impress.
Blue Diamond Trail.
We did
I
those.
think we've been up that one before too.
Which one was it? I went up. It wasn't that one. It was steeper on the ATV.
This is the part where we have to use four-wheel drive.
Okay. We're videoing. Here goes Big Red. Stop tires. I'm not very good at this videoing thing, huh? Let's see our stop tires. Oops. It doesn't like me videoing. Woohoo! We're going in. Here we go.
Anybody's wondering, I don't know where I'm at.
You said you knew where you were. We're headed to the lake, and our son asked, why are we going up to go down? And you said,
Because what goes up must come down. don't know where I'm at. It's been a long time. I forgot the trail system.
You better start moving. I'd rather video outside the bug shield, but you know, I kept hitting the Jeep. Whee.
Ooh, the water's up. We can't get to the flats.
Oh, this is good.
Yeah, I forgot that in the summertime they raise Kentucky Lake, and so you can't get to this.
Oh, it is way up here. Yeah. It usually smells like a lot of dead fish down here when they have it lowered. There's Connor and Ryan.
Well, heck.
There's Kentucky Lake.
Nothing's up. Yeah, usually you can drive way out in there, but during the summer I forgot that the Corps of Engineers raises the pool like 5 feet higher than usual. So this whole area is underwater, but usually it's a fun place to come down here and get muddy. Of course, we have stock tires, so we don't really want to get stuck anyway. Plus, that's our ride home. But one of the things I like to do is look at the tire tracks and see if you can identify them. It's just fun. There's a KO2. I'm not sure what this is. Maybe a Duratrack. And it might be a Bighorn off a UTV. I don't know. It's fun. And he likes to throw rocks, the one in the red shirt, so I'm sure that's where he's going. When he was little, he'd come out here and throw rocks for hours. Well, he insists that he's going to go in the mud hole, which is probably a bad idea.
It's not deep.
Oh, it's not deep.
I told you.
I thought it was deep. It looked deep. Yeah, maybe. It's not every day you find a weather station in the woods, though. I mean, come on. Bouncy. It's just too bouncy. Can't hold the camera still.
You should wrap it around something on the outside.
That was nothing.
Okay, so it's deeper than I thought. Because it's just absolutely beautiful out here tonight. Usually, when the water's down, there's a sandbar out there you can drive out on. This is beautiful. This whole entire place down here is just like sharp, jagged rocks. So I'm a little bit paranoid about these Bridgestone tires, but so far, cross my fingers, so far they're hanging in there. So one of the cool things about Land Between the Lakes is that during World War II, or in that time frame, when TVA flooded all this and turned in the river to two lakes, you know, a lot of towns got overtaken by water. And if you walk through the woods, you can still see relics like this old cemetery. And there's a road, an old road bed right back here. We've also found some old cars from the 30s and 40s down the hill here. So it's a bit of a hike to get up here, but you can find some really cool stuff just walking around in the forest down here. It is kind of wild. So we're just walking through not far from that cemetery, and we found this old car that's been parked here for who knows how long, maybe 75 or 100 years. Wow. Like I said, you never know what you're gonna find out here in the Land Between the Lakes. So while we were down here, we found a gigantic Jeep club. Check it out. Keep going.